Hello everyone, I am Karen J.P. Abisado from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. And for today's video, I am going to discuss to you the research procedures, which is focused on the definition of research procedure and the statement of the problem. The objectives of this topic is to determine the definition of research procedure and to further explain the number one research procedure, which is the statement of the research problem. So here are the definition of terms in this topic. Number one is the research, the systematic investigation into and study of material and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. Number two is the procedure, which is the action oriented. It outlines the step to take and the order in which it need to be taken. Let's go to the introduction of this topic. In Chapter 1, it covers the basic concepts of research, first by reviewing key terms in research and the role of theory and data. We noted that the study of economics proceeds within the framework of scientific methods, and we engage in general discussion of scientific method before moving on to a discussion of various terms and concepts within the scientific method. Clearly, learning about the scientific method and the basic concepts of the scientific method is essential to carry out research. While interesting, this kind of learning about the scientific method and its basic concepts of research is general terms offers little help in actually starting and successfully completing research project. Thus, given the understanding of basic concept of research, what we need to learn now are the specifics of where to start our research and how to do it. So let's proceed to the discussion of this topic. So what is research procedure? Research procedure provides systematic and scientific and orderly work planned to complete the research. There are certain techniques and methods too to accomplish the job of good research. Thus, research is creative and strategic, processed with its certain framework to search the new dimension of knowledge and solve the current problems. When students take a research method course, they usually learn about the research procedure in general terms. When they attempt to apply what they have learned in the research method course to a real research project, they arguably find that they are not adequately prepared to start and complete a meaningful project. Research is an orderly and systematic procedure, and this procedure may be presented sequentially from the first step of problem definition through the final step of the writing up of the final report. However, it is also essential to understand that the research process is essentially circular in the sense that each preceding and succeeding step feeds on each other. So there are five major steps in any typical applied and quantitative research process are as follows. So number one is the statement of the research problem. Number two is the survey of related literature. Number three is the theoretical model formulation of hypotheses. And number four, analysis of data testing of hypotheses. And number five is the write-up of research report. Proceed to the number one step in any typical applied and quantitative research process, which is the statement of the research problem. So, what is the statement of research problem? The first and most important step in any research is to identify and delineate the research problem. That is what the researchers want to solve and what questions he or she wishes to answer. A research problem may be defined as an area of concern, a gap in the existing knowledge, or a deviation in the norm of standards that points to the need for further understanding and investigation. Although many problems turn out to have several solutions, the means to close the gap or correct the deviation. Difficulties arise where such means are either not obvious or are not immediately available. This then necessitates some research to reach a viable solution. So, what is a statement of a problem? A statement of a problem is used in research work as a claim that outlines the problem addressed by a study. The statement of the problem briefly addresses the question: what is the problem that the research will address? So, what are the goals of a statement of the problem? The ultimate goal of a statement of the problem is to transform a generalized problem, something that bothers you, a perceived lack, into a targeted, well-defined problem, one that can be resolved through focused research and careful decision making. Writing a statement of the problem should help you clearly identify the purpose of the research project you will propose. Often the statement of the problem will also serve as the basis for the introductory section of your final proposal. Directing your reader's attention quickly to the issues that your proposed project will address and providing the reader with a concise statement of the proposed project itself. A statement of a problem need not be long and elaborate. One page is more than enough for a good statement of a problem. What are the key characteristics of a statement of the problem? A good research problem should have the following characteristic. So here we go. It should address a gap in knowledge. Number 2, it should be significant enough to contribute to the existing body of research. Number 3, it should lead to further research. Number 4, the problem should render itself to investigation through collection of data. Number 5, it should be of interest to the researcher and suit his or her skills, time, and response. And number 6 is the approach towards solving the problem should be ethics. As my conclusion, we all know that research has its research procedure to be followed in order for the researchers to make their research well organized. That's why it is very important for us to know and study this research procedure.